Ndogara ndakakudza. Don't waste my time afana murunzwa. You're too small.
Baba mutero ndaona uripo kaba chatiri kunyanya kuda license.
Umbondibvunza ndikaramba here.
No, budisa license. Baba kana msina license ndakutoenda nemi kucharge office. Izvezvi. Iwe
mfana yo. Nonendesa kukamba iwewe. Umbondibvunza license.
Aiwa ndinonzi munjanja pano. Ndakudza license kutanga budisa license. Kana msina license ndakutoenda nemi ku office. Ndakutoenda nemi kucharge office. Izvezvi budisa license baba. Atadonetsana nemi manje.
Ndipo my documents.
Budisa license.
Ungochi tichi?
Adi.
Nzokurodza mashoko ako.
Aiwa, sorry baba. Aiwa, adizoso.
Next time bana wangu.
Aiwa.
Ushika isa nditi.
Adizoso.
Chifisa trafu.
Sorry baba.
Kurumiza.
Oh yeah, it's okay.
If you want a roadblock next time, who won?
Ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, welcome to another episode of The Week with me, Comrade Fatso. Because what other countries would call a scandalous week, Zimbabwe would call a regular day. This week, MDC MP Joanna Mamombe was dragged out of hospital by the S09Ep. Apparently, ED is shocked that some people have bigger houses than him, and Khupe is still playing revenge politics. But first, Joanna Mamombe. The MDC MP was earlier this week forcibly removed from a local hospital where she had been admitted and was receiving medical attention. The S09Ep then wheeled her to court. How do you issue an arrest warrant for someone who is in hospital, comrades? Someone who's not in a position to speak for themselves in court. Is this what the propaganda has come to, Comrade Nick Mangwana? This all comes after a video that makes a terrible attempt at debunking the MDC trio's abduction allegations was published online. The video contains so many inconsistencies and doesn't in the least expose anything. If anything, it exposes Chicken In for revealing private customer records. You know what? I think Chicken In chickened out of the fight for democracy and they sold their souls for a 2-piece and chips from the Hurment. Toko MDC Ndeyangu Khupe continued her reign of terror this week, recalling more MDC councillors and further destabilizing opposition politics. The MDC maintains that they're just following the law and that they're expelling these MPs and councillors because they've ceased to represent the party's interests. Yes, but what is the big picture strategy, Toko? Is there even a strategy, or you're just playing no luck card, no pick and play against Chamisa? It seems like you might be building a house of cards, comrade. Apparently, Comrade ED is shocked by how big some of the houses being built in Harare are. Speaking in Gweru at a recent ZANU-PF meeting, ED said he wondered how people could afford to build such lavish properties considering the state of our economy. I love how ED actually admits that the economy is in a terrible state. But stop asking rhetorical questions, Comrade Prez, because how did you build your house? And how are your kids like Anna Collins building all their houses? I mean, imagine the audacity of the corruptor-in-chief telling people that they should aspire to a disciplined, clean and uncorrupt society. ED even went as far as saying he wished he could lend people his helicopter so people could see what he was talking about. My comrade, we thought it was just presidential aeroplanes. Now it's presidential helicopters too. You are using a whole state helicopter kudongorera ma next door ewan. Speaking of helicopters and aeroplanes, the ANC delegation that visited Zimbabwe last week is under fire from none other than Cyril Ramaphosa, who's asking why a state plane was used to visit Zimbabwe. Ramaphosa has demanded a detailed explanation from the defense minister about the circumstances that led to her traveling on a military jet with the ANC delegation. But comrade, the defense minister, she was just hitching a lift, she was just dropping Pana bike bridge. This all comes after social media and opposition parties in South Africa had voiced their disdain at this theft from the people by the ANC. Imagine having a president that chooses to listen to his citizens instead of abducting them. I mean, in Zimbabwe, we can't even get this guy to explain to us why Mthuli Khupe is using the RBZ like his personal eco-cash.
Mother.
Amkela njethi.
Momsi. Boy.
Azvinowanika baba njethi ndokubatsire nei nhasi.
Ipeoka endi ndiri mariko.
Kana muri kundipa eco-station ngondisira $2 iyo inoita zvinopa.
Uri kuona skillful rako. Wakudzipa zvatakakuita nezuro Ruzia. Takati iwe kana uchiona bag, ndofana kuona bag. Kana munhu akachaja zvaari kuchaja, uri kunzwa iza. Wezera price. Uri kunzwa? Ndi munhu anojaira. Size uri kunzwa? Kwidza price. Ina pachedu ize.
Handiti kana iri eco-station ya 300 ndokupa ine 300 handiti.
Wadhomoka ngefesi yako iwewe. 300 noiziya iwewe. Unojairira mani.
Takaomesha.
Uri kuona zvawaita? Utadzotengesa ipapo. Simple as. Quick. Taura price muna kuti adyire kana. Haita mani. Murande muenda offline ndimbobva pa network. Audidaniwe.
In other news, Southern Africa is opening up and relaxing COVID lockdown regulations. Our Hurment has recently announced that it will soon be allowing international flights, intercity travel, and travel across the border. Meanwhile, South Africa is opening up its borders to visitors, tourists, and going to level 1 lockdown. Now the big question is, who copied who here? These new regulations have obviously been met with much excitement because comrades are tired of being cooped up per den. But guys, let's remember that
the pandemic isn't over just because you're over it. The pandemic isn't over just because you're over it.
Saka, yes, let's stay vigilant, observe social distancing, wear masks, and alright. And sanitize your hands. South Africa has also just allowed public events and gatherings to go ahead too. I'm sure our own Cyril Ramaphosa will soon be following in those footsteps too, because we all know he loves a good ZANU-PF rally to bash his opponents. Comrades, you know sharing is caring. So this week, I want to share with you the cheeky remix to Jamaster's Hello Mwari. It even features Edie and Chamisa.
Change is near and change is coming. Don't worry. Zopera is. Zopera is. Zopera. Change is coming. Zopera is.
Varikufunga kuti chopera manje ami yangu ini ndongo ibompera kuti hello api vane vanhu vakundi maramani andipatiswa ini politically patigaro changu ndakapinzwa nemilitary varikufunga kuti chopera manje ami yangu ini ndongo ibompera ndakandisetera kopora chikaro ndikatora vataona hora vatabongomora ngoma dzava kuvarova vatatorwadziwa vasati vapora inusaita mesnemi remember zvandakaita kumapresidenti kushungo ndakaseta presidenti kubvira paya.
Shout out to my guy, Tough the Man. Pamberini Satire. If you're a fan of the week, then I'm sure you'll love the Africa Satire Convention. As Magamba TV, we'll be bringing together some of the continent's bravest satirists and funny people on Friday, 25th September. We'll have a mix of talks, skits, and everything satire. Our headline speaker is the cheeky satirist and hip-hop artist, Pilato, all the way from Zambia. It's all happening as part of Shoko Festival 2020, the Phoenix edition. Catch the Africa Satire Convention live on the Magamba TV Facebook page. Thanks for joining us on The Week. Follow Magamba TV on social media. I've been Comrade Fatso. You have been the people. This has been The Week. Thank you and... Futsek.